Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Joseph's dream journey. He jumped off a moving train, filled with confidence. Joseph is convinced that Shannon is out there in the west, and he's fighting not only for his land, but also for love. Where to go get there? A winding caravan finally arrived in the dreamlike Oklahoma, where thousands of dreamers gathered for a land rush. There's a simple land office here, with a long line like waiting for free food. The competition starts tomorrow noon, with the horseback land grab a quarter half to begin. Staff have set up flags, eager for thrilling performances. Every contestant will get their own flag. You just need to swap it with the pre-planted one to claim your land. What a clever system, but Joseph needs a horse first. He arrived late, lonely and old, and a wild one left. So, Joseph picked the trusty old horse. While he was thinking of how to give the horse a makeover, he spotted a familiar figure, his long-lost dream girl. Oh dear, I messed up again. But this isn't just Joseph's fantasy. Shannon really made it to the west with her parents and her fiancé Stephen. What a family reunion. Though aging, Daniel holds his head high, declaring, "No riding tomorrow." In this heated competition, everyone in the west is on horseback. Don't ask me what we're doing. Stephen is especially fired up. She found paradise 30 km west, with hills and water perfect. She's planning to plant a flag there with Shannon tomorrow, but Shannon seems a bit too distracted. Looks like she has other things on her mind. In reality, Shannon knew that Stephen wanted to control her, but Joseph was sincere. What a web of romantic confusion. While Shannon was out hanging clothes, she heard a familiar voice. Of course, Joseph didn't let her down. "I was wondering if I'd ever see you." They meet again, holding on to that awkward yet familiar tension, both knowing what's up. Their chat soaked in affection, yet laced with awkwardness. When saying goodbye, Shannon watched Joseph leave, her heart racing. Joseph wasn't backing down either. He paused to encourage her. "The stars are shining. You've never given up. You are fully aware of what you desire. By my side, you're undoubtedly the shining star on the top floor. I am just a shining star, and I promise to always light up for you forever." After Joseph left, Shannon wiped her eyes, finally facing her nemesis. Stephen still acting all high and mighty. What a clear. Joseph held back his impulsiveness, nodded quietly, and left. He got completely wasted that night. Once outside the bar, he realized the old horse he bought was practically an ancient relic. Dawn broke eagerly, painting the land with warmth, lighting up the crowd of dreamers and believers. Desperate, Joseph spent his final savings on that wild horse. What a determined soul. On the other side, Daniel had sneakily brought his wife to a nearby little spot. Timing is everything. He made his wife hide there, patiently waiting for his arrival, saying, "Let's pretend our lives are just beginning, not ending." With everyone ready, the staff signaled the start of the race. Fire. The cannon boomed, and the cavalry surged like a tidal wave. This isn't just a race, it's an epic migration for survival and a brighter future. The real show is just getting started. Soon enough, many brave souls fell from their horses, while Stephen and Shannon galloped through the flames towards that land. Meanwhile, Joseph was still tangled up with that wild bunch of horses. What a struggle. Finally, Joseph pulled out his secret weapon, a punch. Who knew that would tame the wild horse? What a hero. Moments later, the crowd began to scatter, searching for that dreamed-of land. Daniel lived up to expectations, successfully uniting with his wife Lion to claim their beloved land, and not only a personal triumph, but also a double whammy of joy. At that moment, Joseph spotted Shannon and Stephen, thinking to himself, "I can't miss this chance." Stephen and Shannon stopped. This was the land they were competing for. Stephen dashed down the slope, but Shannon tripped and fell right into the water. What a blunder. At this moment, Joseph also rode in. Quite the coincidence. Putting the past behind, Joseph reached out to Shannon, but she urged him to leave. How touching. She didn't want Joseph to get hurt, and ultimately, the two faced off in the narrow canyon. Although Stephen had a gun giving him an advantage, he was ultimately no match for Joseph. He raced ahead swiftly on his steed and reached the landmark. A first, truly a scenario of unstoppable momentum. Talk about a clean sweep. "This land is mine, my very destiny," he declared triumphantly, with conviction. "I will keep this land forever, never letting go. I will hold on to this land forever, absolutely no compromises." Joseph didn't claim it immediately, and angry Stephen rushed in and they clashed again. In the chaos, his horse stumbled and rolled over right in front of Joseph. Now that's dramatic. "Oh my gosh, what did I do to deserve this?" "Shut up, you little rascal. Don't touch me, Stephen. Stop it now, Stephen. Listen to me, please."